If someone recognizes you from YouTube, this is an education. This is a teachable moment. If someone recognizes you from YouTube, there is a 99% chance that they'll sleep with you. Statistically true. Hello, Blog Buddies. So today we're going to talk about purpose in life. Here's something to keep in mind, that no matter what you do, you're not going to fail. When I started, it was like first a blog that I would just write stuff. And it was like on Zanga. This is like millions of years ago. And it needed a tagline. And so what came to mind was a little Davey Wavey goes a long way. My parents used to call me Davey Wavey when I was little. And then when people started watching my videos and then reading my blog, they just started calling me Davey Wavey because of that tagline. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool because it's like super Googleable and it's easy to remember. Shit rhymes. Like there's a lot of Davids in the world, but there's only one Davey Wavey. So it was kind of perfect. I just kind of fell into it. All the YouTube stuff, it feels like it just kind of fell into place in some like magical way. I'm not saying that God sent me to be the gay YouTuber, but he did. There are two funny things about the lube pool. First, the lube pool holds 200 gallons of lube, which retails for approximately $67,000. I swam in a pool with $67,000 worth of lube in it. That was the highlight of my career. Because pretty much like after that, you could only go downhill. The reality of the lube pool though was that like the lube was really cold and it was really heavy, and I kept like sliding back, and I kept thinking that if I go back underwater, that like they're gonna try to like reach in and rescue me, but I'm so lubed that like they're just gonna slide off my arm and I'm gonna drown in this pool of lube. And I will be dead. Like, this is how I will die. But in a way that's like such a fitting and amazing death. I did a series of like bucket list things. So like I jumped out of a plane with a drag queen, I climbed a volcano in Hawaii, I rode an elephant in Thailand. Like I did a list of things I wanted to cross off my bucket list. And swimming in a pool of lube was on that list. And honestly, I thought it was probably the one thing that was so like inaccessible, because lube is really freaking expensive, and to like swim in a pool of it, I'm pretty sure I'm like the only person in the world that has done that.
This is our silicone-based lube. And
Great. Oh my God, the best experience was, and it was actually very sweet. I was in LA, I was doing a meetup at like the Highland Mall, or there's some kind of mall on Hollywood Boulevard. And there was a kid who was like 12 years old who came in with his mom. It was on Mother's Day. She drove him from Palm Desert into the city. They got like stuck in like hours of traffic, and we were going. I was with a friend of mine, and after the meetup, we were going to go see the Cirque du Soleil show in LA, and like they literally drove in on Mother's Day just to say hi, and like they came in just at the very end of the meetup, and I got to say hey and thank you, and we ended up giving them the tickets to Cirque, because it was like Mother's Day and they could like go celebrate, and then we just got more tickets, but then we get to see them like come in, and it was like really, really super cute. Whenever someone recognizes me from YouTube, it's always like the immediate reaction is like I can only do what I do because they watch my videos, so you feel this like immediate sense of gratitude, which then like oscillates between like weirdness and gratitude, because then they're like, oh, like how's your dog Chipotle doing? And I'm like, how do you know my dog's name is Chipotle? Oh, because she's been in videos. So it's weird because you're kind of just making videos and putting them out there, and it's easy to forget that like millions of people are then on the receiving end of that. But it's also really cool, and I do get recognized more with my shirt off, with the nipples out. I do want to be recognized for my nipples. Yeah, that's how I want to. That's my legacy. Yeah, enjoy. I can use my nipples as a can opener. I can hypnotize people with them. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. I think the biggest turn off for me is a guy that would be like very judgmental. So if a guy is like sweet and genuine and very nice and friendly, like that's great. And if he has a big dick, that's just like icing on the cake. Do you know what I mean? Is that too much to ask? Like a really like sweet, nice guy with, I mean like a big dick, like, whoa, like you're out there. Tweet me at the Davey Wavey. Like this. You know when you like go on like a roller coaster, like you need to be this tall to ride this ride? to ride this ride. I wanted to find out if God cares that I'm gay, so I decided to ask her for myself.
You know what they say, trust is like a mirror. You can fix it if it's broke, but you can still see the crack in that motherfucker's reflection. Oh wait, sorry, wrong video. Yeah, suck a dick up till you hiccup. I don't give a shit if you're gay.
It was about 3 years ago when I made the switch to do it full time, almost 3 years ago. And I remember being so scared to give up my real job to do this because there's this perceived risk and you're jumping into the unknown, you're putting yourself out there. But in hindsight, I think the real risk would have been to keep working and look past this amazing opportunity that YouTube had handed me. That would have been the real risk, because it's I'm doing what I love, what I'm passionate about, driven by that passion in a way that not that it's saving the world, but some of my video, I think there's a certain value in people seeing an openly gay man accept himself and be unapologetic about who he is. There's a certain value in that. And so I'm doing what I love, driven by my passion in a way that helps other people. And how could you ever possibly fail doing that? You can't. You couldn't.
It's never I can't give a date when I knew you were gay, but I always, when the Martha Stewart Living magazine would come to the house and you were 5, 6 years old, Mama, your favorite magazine is here. Let's sit down and look at it together. I said, okay, this is a typical 6-year-old boy.
I came out to myself, I think in 6th grade, and that was when I realized that there were other gay people. Because when I was in 6th grade, we didn't have YouTube or, people making videos about anal douching or whatever. And Will and Grace was not on TV. And so that's when I learned that there was something called being gay. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. There's other people like this. And then I came out to my parents when I was 17, my friends when I was 16. Now I'm 29, and you still come out to people. Every time I hold a man's hand on the street that I'm seeing, you're coming out to the people that see you on the street. Do you remember the day that I came out?
Yes, I do. January 29th, yes, 2001. And you said, Ma, I have to talk to you. And you were leaning up against me, but I guess your heart was going real fast. And I just remember that. And I said, oh my God, he's got something really serious to tell me.
I couldn't get myself to say the words, I'm gay. When I came out to my parents, my mom sent me to a Catholic priest, and he told my mom that the only problem was that I was too comfortable with being gay. But I mean, if it took me 17 years to become comfortable enough to tell them, then I realized that I could also give them some time to become comfortable with it. And it took them a few years to kind of get to where they need to be. But today, they treat the guys that I see no different than they, would treat my sister's husband or boyfriend. To them, it's kind of the same thing. My mom thinks that if she watches one of my videos, I will know that I have installed some piece of software. Totally untrue. I hope she's not watching. But I will show them the ones that I think are appropriate, because not all my videos are about penises. There's some that are PG-13/R/XXX. But the ones that are appropriate, I show my parents. And I mean, at the end of the day, would you want to hear your son talking about sex? No, probably not. So it's reading your kid's diary, I think. But she gets upset because she's like, well, millions of people all over the world can watch your videos, but your own mother can't watch it. Yes. Hi, blog buddies. Today we're going to talk about surviving being gay and Catholic. You may or may not know that I was raised Catholic, and that I also went to Catholic high school, Catholic university, and I survived the experience, and today I'm going to tell you how to do it too. I mean, for the first probably 22 years of my life, I went to Catholic school, Catholic high school, Catholic college. I learned day in and day out that I was going to hell because of me being gay, because of who I was attracted to, and in a society that, though it is getting better, still treats you essentially as a second-class citizen in a lot of different places. It's getting better, but that's still the reality. People can get fired, you get kicked out of your house, whatever, parents disowning children. That in the face of all that you can look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, this is who I am, and I would not want to be any different, that I love the person that I am. That's a pretty big step to take, and it took me a while to kind of get there, but I have, and hopefully when people watch my videos, they feel inspired to do the same. Hi Grandma, it's David, how are you? It's something that I've wanted to tell you for a while, but I wasn't really sure how you would react, so I was a little nervous to tell you. Well, Grandma, they call it being gay now. You don't have to say homosexual. It means a lot to me to hear you say that. So thank you, and I love you. Okay, I'll call you again soon. All right. Okay. All right. I love you too. All right. Bye. For me, YouTube just gives you so much freedom to like do what you want to do without anyone controlling that. Like I could today decide I want to make a video and edit it, film it, post it tomorrow. You know, there's no one else involved in that process. So it's so authentic, and I think people really respond to that. If you go into TV or film, you give up some of that freedom, but then on the flip side, you reach so many more people. So I don't know, I'm open to see where things go and whatever opportunities come across, but I think YouTube is kind of, I don't know, has a special place in my heart and what I'm doing. Thanks for watching my interview. For more pictures and more great stuff, make sure you go to newmediarockstars.com and you can subscribe. And if your dick is as big as my arm, make sure you subscribe to my channel and tweet me. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out. I have a world tour coming up in September. It's 30 days and it's 8 cities around the world. I'm gonna film a video in each city. So it's Montreal, London, Stockholm, Copenhagen, Amsterdam, Singapore, Melbourne, Sydney. In each city, I'm gonna film a video and do a meetup with people that watch my videos. They voted for where they want me to go. So in theory, it's like the 8 most like heavily concentrated Davey Wavey fan cities. So it's kind of like a way to say thank you and to meet fans and to film some great content, because that's when you go to these places, there's always really cool stuff to find.